everybody. My name is Tina, and this is my first vlog. I have decided today, after watching tons of other people's vlogs, that I am going to keep a pregnancy vlog to basically help me remember everything that I've gone through during each week of my pregnancy. I'm going to be 12 weeks tomorrow. So I guess I'll title this one my 12-week vlog. I'm still getting used to this. I am due December 6th, 2013. This is my second child. My first one was born when I was 19, and he's going to be 6 in October. He's actually graduating from VPK tomorrow, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what has been going on with me. I got married in February of this year, and when I got married, I was 100 pounds. I'm only 4'10", so that's around where I should be. A week after we got married, we went on our honeymoon, and I think I gained like 8 to 10 pounds. We went on a cruise. And then we moved into our house. And I think at that time I was still learning how to portion food for all three of us. And it was a little tough for me. So I made tons of food, and we'd have leftovers for like 2 or 3 days. And of course my husband is a bottomless pit, and he will eat anything I put in front of him. Which is not like I'm complaining, but we both ended up gaining a lot of weight at the beginning of our marriage. So I think within the first 2 months of marriage, I went from being 100 pounds to 117. And that is a lot of weight for a person as tall as I am to gain. 'Cause like I said, I'm only 4'10". So kind of freaks me out a little bit, because I've always been between 95 to 100 pounds. So I found out I was pregnant. We were trying to get pregnant. I found out on March 25th, and I think March was kind of a pain in the butt month, because I literally every single week I was taking pregnancy tests. They were coming back negative. I would get ticked off that they were negative. I started, I got I think it was the Clear Blue fertility tests. And I got this smiley face, I think, on the 11th of March, which, from what I have read, could have meant that it was picking up early pregnancy signal. Correct me if I'm wrong, or the hormone, or that I was ovulating that day. But according to how far along I am now, that would mean that we conceived somewhere around the beginning of March. So I kind of don't understand why I got the go for the ovulation thing on the 11th. But anyways, I know that I started getting really tired towards the middle of March. Then when Easter came, I don't sweat a lot. I got up to go buy the Easter eggs for my son, and because we had to do it a week early, because he was going to his biological whatever's house the next week for actual Easter. So I got up out of bed. I went to a drugstore to go pick it up, and normally, like, it's gross, but I kind of just threw on clothes and left to go to the store, and I didn't put on any deodorant because it's right down the street. And once I got in the car, I just started sweating profusely, and I just remember I was driving, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is that smell? That's disgusting. And I realized it was me, and I was like, oh wow, that's really gross. I never sweat. So I think that was the first sign that I knew something was kind of weird with my body. And then let's see, I think on the 18th or the 19th, I took a test and it came back negative. And I've just been so obsessed with pregnancy and reading articles on pregnancy and books and everything. In a way, I kind of feel like this is my first pregnancy because I was really stressed out when I got pregnant with my son, just because I pretty much went through it by myself. So this one, I'm like, I just want to know everything that's going on with me. And I remember around the 18th or the 19th, my husband, he has crazy hours at work. So I have to wake him up at like 3 in the morning, make him breakfast and all that. And I remember I woke up and I was reading some pregnancy app that I had downloaded on my phone. And it was saying that 3 or 4 days makes all the difference. You could take a test one day and it comes back negative, but then if you wait a couple of days and take it again, that it'll come back and it could be positive. It's just that HCG hormone, it needs to have enough time to build up in your system. So I was like, okay, I'll wait a couple days. And I think the 25th was a Monday in March. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, I'm just going to take a pregnancy test and it's probably going to be negative. Whatever, just take it to take it. So woke up, went to the bathroom, peed on the stick, sat there looking at it, and I see one line show up, and I'm like, oh great, it's negative, whatever. Get ready to throw it in the trash. Then I'm looking at the other box, and another line starts to develop. And I was like, what? And then I grabbed the box and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. And I just sat there staring at it. And I was like, I knew it. I knew that I was. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was like 7 something in the morning. And I remember I called my parents. I called my husband's mom and I think my sister. And I was like, I'm pregnant. And the only person I was able to get a hold of at that time in the morning was my sister. And she was like, yay, excited for you. So that's that. Told everybody else later on in the day. And how I told my husband, I texted him and I said, hey, I forgot to bring you pack something in your lunch. I have to stop by your work to give it to you. And he was like, okay, well, I'm only going to be here for maybe 1 more hour. But it's probably like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, okay, I'll be there soon. And so I had this whole plan in my head of like how I was going to go there and like just do this big drama-filled thing involved with the pregnancy test. And of course it didn't end up being like that. So I got there and I think at that time I just had to pee really bad. So I just kind of blurted it out right when he came outside. I was like, I'm pregnant. And he was like, what? And I was like, here's the test. Now I have to pee. And that was it. So it hasn't, I don't know if it's really hit him yet. Because we've had ultrasounds. I had to go to the emergency room like 2 times for some issues already. But every single time we've gone, the baby always looks like a blob. And I mean, I know that I heard the heartbeat and everything yesterday, which is reassuring. But we actually have our NT scan on the 28th of this month, so this upcoming Tuesday. And we're really, really, really hoping that we can hopefully get some sort of gender reveal during that time, because I actually know somebody who went at 12 weeks and 2 days and was able to find out that she was having a boy, and we're just hoping that the baby will not be too shy during this time, and that maybe we'll be able to see something. Even if we do see something, I think that will probably wait for the confirmation when I go back for the gender ultrasound. But it's all pretty exciting, and I think I've looked up ultrasound pictures for week 12 and it actually looks like a baby during that time. So I think probably when I see it next week that it'll hit me then. I mean, my stomach is getting bigger. I had really bad morning sickness, I think, from week 6. It actually just stopped 2 or 3 days ago, but I'm, knock on wood, it was really bad. Like, I couldn't hold down water. I couldn't hold down anything. And I lost a lot of weight. And, going up to the 117, because I have been sick so much, I am now back down to 110, which is my honeymoon weight that I got to. So I'm just going to try and be as active as possible during this pregnancy. I don't want to gain too much weight because, like I said, I'm really tiny. But most of all, I want to be healthy so that the baby will be healthy too. But yeah, that is pretty much what's up with week 12. My cravings, I want lots of sweets, chocolate, which I was like that before the pregnancy. Also, I loved chicken before the pregnancy, chicken and cheese and any way that you can mix that together. I can't stand it now. I probably will not touch it because just the fact that I've been so sick, and I don't know if you guys have done it before, but throwing up chicken is probably the worst thing in the world because of the consistency. But I've been eating a lot of fruit. Yesterday the baby's heartbeat was in the 170s, and I know that there's that old wives' tale that says the higher it is, the more likely that it is to be a girl. But then I've also read a whole bunch of people saying that's not true because I had a boy and he was always in the 160s and 170s. So we'll see. All I know is that if there is a penis, that we should be able to see it next week. And something about how if it's a boy, the penis like points towards it and then it goes down later, and if it's a girl, it goes the other way. So we'll see. I would personally really like a girl because I have my little boy already, and I really would like to buy tutus and all that stuff. But either way, I'd be happy with either one. So, but that is that. Then I'm going to do the belly shot, and that is it. Okay. So this is my 12-week belly shot, second baby. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure it's down here. I'm guessing this is just because I gained a whole bunch of weight after the marriage, whatever. But we'll see how my weight gain goes. Other wives' tales, they say that girls steal the beauty from their mom. I haven't gotten any acne. I've been really itchy. But that can be associated with the type of soap I use also. But other than that, that is pretty much it. I've only had 1 or 2 or 3 meltdowns where I got really cranky and took it out on my poor husband. So, but other than that, I seem to be okay. So that is that, and I'll probably make another video next Tuesday for the NT scan. And yeah, all right.